chasing me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's stamping up and it's our way.
Hey everyone, it's Pauline from Step with Pauline, and today I thought I would just jump on and show you a couple of ideas that we have been shown over the last couple of weeks. This one actually comes to us from the virtual retreat, and it's using some designer series paper. You will need some Stamp and Write markers if you have them, all the blends. Okay, and I'm going to show you a few little things to do with this designer series paper and just a couple of samples that we also have showing this. Okay, so for this technique, what you'll need is just some designer series paper, and I have already started this because I didn't want you to have to sit and watch me do this. You can use your Stamp and Write markers if you have them. You can also use your blends. Just be aware that the blends will bleed through, so make sure you have a drop sheet down on the bottom of that. What you do with the designer series paper, this is actually retired designer series paper, and you're going to colour in the images that are actually on the designer series paper. This actually helps you to coordinate and color and make your projects a little bit different, but also makes them all complement each other. So lots of just coloring in. On this one, I'm actually coloring in the images. I've also got a sample for you of one that I have started as well, and at the end of this video I will show you images of the made cards. So that is the first one. Okay, and then all you need to do with this one is, see how it bleeds through onto that other side. All I'm going to do is mount this onto a piece of Granny Apple Green or some Secret Sea cardstock. So I'll have my base card here. I've also coloured and cut out some of the flowers as well, so that will, the leaves, and that will sit on top of there. And then what I'll also do is just add a banner of words on here as well. So that's one card that is colouring the actual images. For this piece of designer series paper, I have used Balmy Blue blends, and I have coloured the outside of the images. Then what I would do is mount this again on a piece of Secret Sea or Basic Black. I have a label here. I've cut out of the designer series paper two of the leaves as well. And what I would do with this, and I'll just quickly just show you, again, I would just sort of make a banner onto here, add my leaves and add my sentiment. What I did was I ran the tip of the Balmy Blue brush all the way around the outside of the layer of white after I had fussy cut it out, and that was just to break up that white on white so that it's tried to just stand out a little bit on that message, on that piece of paper, so it didn't blend in so much. So again, just hold on to the end of the video and I will go through the actual finished cards once they've been done. But what I also what gave me this idea was two of the cards from the virtual retreat. So this is the first card we did in the virtual retreat. We took the designer series paper and we coloured in the background, we coloured in the leaves, and we coloured in the centres of the flowers. So that is one option with the designer series paper, and adding that to our envelope as well. And then the second one is colouring the images that are actually on this. So we've coloured in the little flower, we've used a sponge blending brush, or you could use a dauber to colour in the centres of the flowers. Again, the blends on this designer series paper, little dots of the blend. So if you get the blend, the nib end, and put some dabs there, you will actually get those dots. And if you hold the nib down on the designer series paper, they will bleed out a little bit and make bigger dots. So just keep that as another little extra tip that we got shown. And so that is another option there as well. So that's really cool. All right, and I'm going to show you the other card that I have done to create my own designer series paper. What I'm starting with is a piece of basic white cardstock. I've taken the stamp set, the Cutest Crew. It has some birds, some little dogs, some kitty cats. It has paw prints and footprints and butterflies and flowers. It has a happy birthday, just a little hello, have the best day, and so glad we're friends. And when you actually get this stamp set, what I have done is I've attached the inside piece using some double-sided tape on the acetate side. I've got the flimsier side facing here so that the paper doesn't stick. I've also gone ahead, I stuck that down on that side, and then on this side I have just used a little spot of the basic grey, and I have just coloured it in and closed that up so that I get this image. But what I'm doing with this little stamp set is I have taken 3 of the images. So I've got the butterfly, the flowers, and the paw prints, and what I'm going to do is just randomly stamp over the designer series paper. Making my own designer series paper, and I might just pop down a drop sheet so that I've got options to go off the edge. I'm moving the stamp around the block so that I get images all on the side and not always in the same direction. So ways to just make it varied. You could also do this as one stamp at a time. I just felt it was a little quicker just to be able to move it along and manipulate by having the 3 of them on the stamp block at the same time. So there we go, and then I'm just going to add another little butterfly there, and I'm going to add some flowers there, and another piece here. And again, this layer is actually the size layer of a piece of cardstock, so to go onto a base card. So it's now done, and again the options are to colour in the butterfly and the flowers, or colour in the background piece of the basic white cardstock. So there's options there too. So it's a really cute stamp set, a great way to make your own designer series paper. Great ideas just to be able to make cards from that as well. And yeah, so lots of options there, lots of tips that we have learnt from the virtual retreat as well. But isn't this stamp set the cutest thing? So it comes with a die set as well. It has little paw prints and a little zigzaggy type thing, and then it has dies that you can actually cut out the whole row of kitty cats, or dogs or birds, or you can actually individually cut them out. So how cute is this? It is actually my next class. This one is on the 11th of April. If you're interested in doing it, like, look at those little cats and dogs. Like, how cute is that? So cute. And there's little butterflies you can cut out, and the flowers. Yeah, so if you're interested in doing this class, the 11th of April is the class. I will transfer these onto a magnetic sheet and attach these into my folder as well. Saves all the dies moving around, because once that comes off that sticky tape off this sheet, they're going to go everywhere, and I don't want to lose any of the dies. I have to keep counting, so I will adhere a piece of magnetic sheeting onto this, as I've done with my previous one. Let me just find one that I've got here. These are my dies, and you've probably seen it on a previous video that I have shown. So what I do is I pop down a piece of magnetic sheeting in the folder and put the dies in, and that way then they all stay together, and I'm not likely to lose any of those dies once they're in there. And I attach the little flap down in the center as well, because I can't be bothered dealing with a little flappy bit that flows around all the place. So that was another class that we did, the on display. So if you're interested, you can come along and just make the cards. It's $45 to make some of the cards, or you could come along and get the bundle and the little treats and gifts that come along with what I like to do with my class. So it is $120, but you will get the stamp set and the dies in this, as well as the makings for 6 cards that we'll actually make on the day. So yeah, cute little stamp set, cute way of using it up. So I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, just watch on for the next little bit and I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so here are the 3 cards. This is the first card. I've, like I said, showed you how to stamp that. I've stamped the row of cats. I've coloured them in and I've mounted them on some secrecy and then onto the base card. Of course, you could then add a sentiment onto that. And then here is the colour of colouring in the background, just outlining the outside of the leaves that I've already done. And that is the card for that one. And then the third card is this one here. And again, this time we've actually coloured in the images, cut out some extra ones for our layering as well. And then all we need to do is we could just add a bit of bling if we wanted to. We could add some twine obviously into this as well, and some ribbon. So there's lots of options there, and that is how we've created those cards using the designer series paper or making your own designer series paper. All right, see you next time. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in me.